Tiger fans, we're doing something different this week. This is the final thoughts, almost like Jerry's final thoughts in some weird way, but final thoughts on the Sydney and Richmond game, but not so much my thoughts. This is going to be all of your thoughts. So I put the message out to have people send through video footage of them recording themselves talking about the game this week, Richmond versus Sydney, their final thoughts and tips, including margin. We're going to compile that and put it all out in a nice little video in a sec for you all. But just to lead into it, big game this week for the Tigers. It's a chance for us to get some reward for effort on the back of a couple of really close losses that we really should have won, honestly. We should be about 4 or 5 wins by now, and it would just be a nice way to close out before the bye. Equally, though, the Swans are going to be raring to go after their bad losses, and they've got the bye next week as well. So both teams are going to be going hammer and tong, I reckon, for 4 quarters on the back of having the bye coming up the following week. So it's going to be a fierce contest. The weather looks a little bit iffy, which kind of evens it out a bit. Look, honestly, it could be a poorly skilled game, so I would mentally brace yourselves for that. It could be quite ugly, but it's just going to be a will of who wants it more. And obviously, we've got some pretty experienced heads back in the side now with Prestia last week, Bolter back in this week. Campbell Gray, very, very unlucky to be missing out, but it is what it is. It's, Noah Bolter's going to be a bit more experienced and do some Noah Bolter things, which hopefully means some 65-metre launches out of defence and keeping hold of their key forwards accordingly. But with that said, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more Richmond fan content. This video is all about you, the viewers, so I want to give a massive thanks to everyone who sent through a video in regards to this game coming up this weekend. And with that, here are your final thoughts.
G'day footy fans. On this Saturday, the 7th of June, the MCG will host a pivotal round 13 clash between our beloved Richmond Tigers and the not-so-beloved Sydney Swans. So let's have a bit of a breakdown. I've got some notes here that I'll be referring to, so if I'm looking down through in the video, I will apologise. Richmond will enter this match with a 3-9 record, lately struggling to find consistency. They'll be relying on Tim Taranto to lead the midfield and provide some spark in amongst the mids. Sydney, on the other hand, let's have a look into them. They're looking to bounce back after quite a heavy loss to Melbourne. Shock loss, I would say, personally. Isaac Heaney remains a key figure for the Swans in the midfield, bringing experience and skill to the forward line. They'll need to do their best to address their defensive lapses in order for them to stay competitive. Some key matchups to watch on the day. I think there's quite a big matchup, or no bigger than Taranto versus Heaney, when Heaney finds himself having some midfield time. The midfield battle will be crucial amongst the two of them. Additionally, the contest between Richmond's defence and Sydney's forwards could determine the game's potential outcome. Experts have suggested that the Swans should walk away with this by about 25 points, but I'm going to tip the Tigers for an upset at the G, and I think it'll be a close one. I think the Tigers anywhere from 10 to 20 points, but I'm going to settle on... I'm going to go the Tigers by about 13, I think.
Hey, Tiger fans. Look, big hopes for this week, I would say, would be... again, just the kids playing competitive, playing well. Fall and Sims hopefully kick some goals this week, which would be really good. Also, Prestia, another game in the body would be fantastic as well. That would be really good. So no hamstring strains would be really fantastic. And again, I think just a really good performance. We're definitely a big chance for a win, no question about it. I actually think it will be a 20-point margin that we can win by. But again, it just comes down to performance. It's another free hit for us, and hopefully we'll do well. And in the spirit of the 2019 lads, go Tigers.
Hey Tiger fans, a big good day from Vancouver, Canada. Sending my thoughts and tip for this week's Swanee game. Looking forward to this one. The Swans are going to come in red hot after a shocking performance last week. What I'm looking forward to the most is our Tigers coming out and playing like they did in the first half last week. As for players I want to see, I'm loving Kane McAuliffe, I'm loving Sam Banks, And I think we can all agree that that was Ralph Smith's best game since he's been a Tiger. My tip, I'm going to say the Mighty Tigers, 17 points. And cheers.
Well done to everyone again for sending through your videos. Much appreciated. Good to hear the thoughts from the Tigercast Army. We appreciate that greatly. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If you're going to the game, enjoy. Fingers crossed we get the 4 points. Until next time, go Tigers.